Hey foodies, let's make some delicious garlic herb steak bites. So guys, you want to get a steak that has some fat in it. That's going to be tenderness and flavor, okay? And then look for those fibers, those little lines you see running through the meat. If they're running up and down, then you need to cut across. So in this steak, they are running up and down. So if you notice, my knife is cutting in the opposite direction. So we're cutting against the grain of the meat, and that is going to give us a tender and delicious, just really juicy results. Okay, so cut it in strips, and then you'll take your strips and then cut it into bite-sized pieces. About 1/2 inch is fine. If you cut your steak when it's slightly frozen, it's definitely easier to slice it up, but it's fine doing it this way as well. You see those pieces of fat, guys? Don't get rid of all of the fat. You need some of that fat to keep the meat juicy, okay? Then we're going to season. I am using some soy sauce, some oxtail seasoning, but you could use beef seasoning, regular beef seasoning or seasoned salt, and some black pepper. That is it. I'm just going to massage this into the beef. The oxtail seasoning is very flavorful on its own. So if you have a good oxtail seasoning, you would be good to go. Okay. Then just marinate this for about 10 minutes or more if you prefer. Then I have my cast iron skillet with oil. This is over medium-high heat. We want to make sure that the heat isn't low or else the steak is going to be gray. We want to get some color on this. And we are trying to cook these pieces for about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes total. So you want to flip them over, make sure you get some color on all sides. But when you just get it in the skillet, don't move it around. Allow it to, form some crust first. Then you can flip it over, okay? So you want to cook these for about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes, depending on how much pink you can tolerate, okay? But we don't want these to be overdone. Then remove them from the skillet and let them rest in a bowl or on a plate somewhere. What I'm doing here, guys, is I'm just removing the pieces that are completely brown, and some of them are smaller, so they're done already. So let those rest on a plate to the side, and then make sure you have some fresh herbs minced. I have some thyme leaves here, so we're going to be using these. This is so fragrant, it's flavorful, it's going to make that steak really delicious. So mince the leaves super fine. If you have a rosemary, you can use that as well. So that same skillet we cooked the steak in, we are going to make sure we have low to medium heat and add some butter. Okay, so just add the butter in the pan. I'm using unsalted just so I can, control how much salt is in the dish. Swirl this around so we can loosen up the seasoning that's stuck to the skillet, because that's some flavor right there. Then add some minced garlic. I'm using a lot because, hello, it's garlic herb steak. How can I not have a lot of garlic, right? So just cook the garlic until it is slightly golden. And then we're going to add the fresh minced thyme. So the garlic is slightly golden. When we add the thyme, we just need to stir it around a bit for a few seconds, okay? We don't want the thyme to burn. We just want that nice flavor. Then we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce. This has a little bit of tang, but it's just generally flavorful. Add the steak pieces along with all the juices that they were resting in, and give this a stir for another few seconds. Make sure your heat is low because the steak is mostly cooked already. You just want to help it absorb the flavor that is in the skillet right now. So stir that around for a few seconds and you are done. That is it. Look at how gorgeous this is. It's super glossy. That beautiful brown color, and the smell is just out of this world. This was mouth watering, guys. Make sure all the butter and the juices that are in the skillet are served along with the steak bites. Just pour it all over, and you can garnish with some fresh parsley or some green onions. But that's it. It is so simple but amazing. You can have this with mashed potatoes, or you could even have it with rice. This could be even an appetizer. It's so delicious. Give this one a try, guys. You are gonna love it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.